I could say so many things right now, but I think I'll just keep my personal thoughts to myself on this one. I thought some of you might want to check this out, so I'll put a link down below. Go create the reality that you want.
God, can you hear that pain in that last line? It's almost like he's a passable human being with real emotions and real feelings. Hey guys, it's Nick here. Over the last week and a half or so, the last Mandela video that I made has taken a real bashing online. And if I was to quantify this, and looking at the ratio of likes to dislikes, it's kind of a 12-to-1 in favor of dislikes on this video. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why that is, and then I'm going to go in and read some of the comments that have been left on the video as well, because it's a bit of a gold mine. So when I make a Mandela video, I don't have a very large reach in audience. I generally get on average about 283 views. I get exactly 283 views on average, and the ratio for likes to dislikes is generally 2-to-1 in favor of likes, except for some videos, depending on who the subject's on or what the subject's about, where it's more like 50-50. But this particular video, at the time of me recording this piece, currently has over 1,200 views, 1,230, and that's actually, if you add it up, that's more than half of all of the views on my other 8 videos combined. So that's pretty spectacular. It currently has 17 likes, so thank you for anyone who posted that, and 209 dislikes as well. The reason for this morbid growth behind this video is that Moneybags73, who's the subject of the video, he actually did me a bit of a favor. He went and posted a 17-second video on his channel the day after I posted mine, basically directing people, his audience, over to my channel to check out what I had to say about him. So that's where the additional 1,000 or so views have come from, and that's generated a lot of hate on this video, understandably, because the audience where it came from are very geared towards listening to somebody who talks about that sort of thing, and that's the person that I kind of attacked in my video. So now that you know the history of all of that, let's dive in and read some of these comments, shall we? There are 366 comments. I'm not going to be able to read all of them in this video, but just bear in mind that at least half of them are just one troll, and I don't want to pay him that kind of mind, so I'm going to skip over all of his comments. If you hate Moneybags so much, why do you watch his video? How much of your free time did it take you to create and edit this video bashing him? You're like the arsehole who complains to the waiter about the quality of the food even though you ate every last bite. The amount of time that I spent making it, I don't see why that's any of your business, but I went and did it. And also talking about being a customer eating a meal and complaining about it to the waiter. But I see myself as more of a reviewer, and it's my job to ingest all of that, or as much as I can stomach, and then give an honest opinion to other people to warn them of the dangers of eating at that restaurant. Not that Moneybags is a restaurant. Yanni versus Laurel may not be anything like what Moneybags was referring to, however a lot of people are experiencing something, but why does this have to do anything with their intelligence? Pretty sure nothing. Their intelligence? Yeah, okay, I'll just leave that there. Okay, here's one from Trump, the greatest ever. Bro, you just a miserable hater. Look how many dislikes you got on this video so far, 181 and only 13 likes. Stop making videos after you just destroyed yourself. I'm pretty sure I didn't destroy myself. I gave an opinion that people didn't like. Doesn't matter that they don't like it. I'm well within my rights to make that video, and I'm not going to stop making videos. So go. I think love is the highest vibration, and you have a right to your own opinion, of course. But after you making fun at him and the people who watch them, well, mister, I wish you just the best, but I couldn't listen to any more. Much love and light. Also, a person that points fingers at others always has 3 pointing back. But I can point fingers, so I can point 3 at once. So I think we even out that way, don't we? But thank you for wishing me the best. That's lovely. That's actually, I'm going to put this one in the nice column. What a cringy soy boy. This isn't about Moneybags. This isn't about Nick. This is about hundreds of thousands of us experiencing the Mandela effect. Denial from those who don't is irrelevant. Well, I guess. Wow, what a bitter fool you are. Laugh my ass off. Manifest a Good Life has said, thanks MBs. Your channel is pure entertainment as well as informative, and have a great weekend with those you enjoy. And then just after that they posted, do you have anything to say? No one's replied to him. One thing Moneybags doesn't do is spend time bashing other people's channels and calling their followers dumbed down. When you criticize others, it only speaks volumes about yourself. Just saying. I'll admit I probably didn't use enough gusto or sarcasm, I guess, in my delivery of that line, calling everyone in Moneybags' audience dumbed down. Moneybags73 did explain it to his dumbed down audience in the first minute of his video. It was a bit of hyperbole on my part, and I wanted to get that across to you guys, that I think that you guys actually know a little bit more about what's going on than what Moneybags seems to expect of you, since he feels the need to explain all of these things to you, which are pretty well-known memes on the internet. But hey, if you want to take what I said as an insult, that's your prerogative. You can do that and run with that if you want to. But that's not how I meant it, and I'm genuinely sorry for anyone who was insulted by that line. Why do you care what Moneybags does? Some stuff he's done in the past may be incorrect, but unless you have experienced me, I know you mean Mandela effect, then you're not in a position to make these negative comments. Some people hear Yanni, some people Laurel, and some both. That's a fact, whether it's on TV or YouTube, no matter who does the video. So what's your point here? I think the most important thing to take away is that any time somebody puts their thoughts, their comments, their opinion out on the internet, they're opening themselves to criticism. And you don't have to accept my criticism. That's also important. You don't have to care that I care what Moneybags talks about. I think the most important thing is that you've pointed out in the past that things he's done have been incorrect, which means he's already exposed himself to be a fraud. So that puts him in a lesser standing in your eyes, yet you choose to believe other things that he says, or to accept them without question. I think that's the important thing to take away here, is that we should be allowed to question whenever something comes up that doesn't seem quite right. Bazinga says, this guy is an idiot. Laurie Lang says, so your whole video was just to bash Moneybags73? Giving someone the bash in New Zealand is something a little bit different to what you're talking about.
You wanna fuck with me? You should learn to pay your respects.
DM333 says, dude, just cause you don't like someone doesn't mean you have to discredit them, because honestly, neither of you will ever have the right to answer, because humans can't understand the complexities of the realities of this place we call Earth. So stop hating on each other, because that's all I see. The message that you're putting out, okay, just because you feel one way about something doesn't mean that you are right, okay? Nobody's right. Everybody has their own realities. What's right for you is wrong for someone else. Maybe you don't know, but just because you have other thoughts about something doesn't mean you have to personally attack someone to get your thoughts out there. Understand? I hope you do, because we all need to bond together, not apart, okay? I don't like some people either, but I try hard to like them because I know the enemy wants us to separate and fight when we should be bonding together to be strong. Think about it. If you want to take over a place, you pit them against each other, and it makes it easy to take them over when they don't even know they're being taken over. Think about that. Full stop. Finally. Put a full stop in there. I think this arsehole here, along with Moneybags, are both wrong. You know, Steve, I think this is probably one of the better comments on here. I like how you don't take any shit from nobody. By all means, you know, call me out and call Moneybags out, because we could all be wrong and you could be right. Yeah, I'm gonna heart this one. Damn, bringing up road laws, ultra petty, lol. You must have been bored. We still hear both. Both are said, and you're simply wrong. Just a thought from a couple of dumbed down viewers who are clearly smarter than you could ever hope to be. You're so dumb. I don't trust anyone who speaks with an English accent. I'm not even going to... I'll just leave this here. A small percentage of you will see why this is a funny comment. You, sir, are a rude person. Why do you feel the need to bash other people's videos? You need to just leave it alone. He's not out there bashing you, is he? Stop the crap. Grow up. Well, 42. I would normally agree with you, except the fact that you landed on my video is because of his passive-aggressive bashing. I'll get to that later on. Moneybags73 is an irreplaceable asset to the Mandela effect community. Is he though? Is he irreplaceable? I think that if anyone was given enough time, they could make the same quality of videos. Truth on the Wind says, yawn, don't feed the trolls, stick with your video games and stop being a troll on things you have no idea about. Well, Truth on the Wind, if you'd seen me play video games, you'd know I'm not very good at those either. And why did you have to edit this? Are you not very good at spelling? Robbie Wright says, you just sound jealous and petty. Why would you care about what another man says or does? Well, Robbie Wright, why do you care if I say or do things about what another man says or does? Don't you see this is a rabbit hole that you don't really want to get into, my friend? And Josh Bell says, just make your own content and quit bitching about other people's videos. I don't think anyone likes to stare at your bald head either. Well, Josh, you don't have to stare at my bald head. You can just keep wearing your motorcycle helmet so that we can't see yours, and you can stay safe in your little bubble. While I face the reality that I'm in, which is that my mother's father and my father both were bald. There's nothing I could do about this. I'm about to turn 30, and that's just how it goes. What should it matter that many are experiencing the Mandela effect? I see a lot of obviously paid disinfo agents attacking topics like this. This makes me wonder why you're so obsessed with what his opinion is on the matter, since you've clearly spent a lot of time watching, analysing and making videos about a channel which you believe to be nonsense. And I don't think he made any claims about any doom coming from the Mandela effect.
Call it what you want. Post-2012, the end times.
I think that everyone should be able to express their views on the matter. I think you're right, Cam. I think everyone should be able to express their views. I'm included in part of everyone, so I'm allowed to say that I think he's full of shit. And if you're not okay with that, you can come into my comments and you can say, hey, you're not a very nice person. I don't think I want to watch your videos anymore. And then I could say, well then don't. Joanna Rice says, I don't know if you're trying to be funny and it's not working out, or if you're literally just trying to be a jerk. Joanna Rice, I was trying to be a funny jerk. So at least I got half of that right, and I can sleep easy knowing that I've done a half-assed job. Suhaib Sufi says, lol, you said Philip DeFranco and research in the same line. That's hilarious. That's like you saying that you get your news from tabloids. Okay. DeFranco's entertainment, that is all. He spoke to some random engineer, right. So that's proof, is it? That's just that particular engineer's take on it, and his channel is just base info nonsense, mostly. Good for a cheap laugh, if that's what you like. Look, you guys can say whatever you want about me. You can bash my channel all you like. But don't you fucking talk about Philip DeFranco like that. Joshua Labia says, your video is pointless and will accomplish nothing except to demonstrate your inability to create your own original content. What does it feel like to be a bottom feeder? Okay, here's a long one. Kjojar says, hey Nick, I don't find your analysis to be fair. First, you're demanding professional production from a YouTube channel, suggesting poorer sound quality to be predictive of poorer validity of content. I did suggest that, yes. I didn't say it directly, but it was suggested. It was something that I was hinting at. I'm glad that you caught on. That's very good. You criticize your subject for unpleasant edits and compare him with another YouTuber with 6 million subscribers who obviously took his YouTube opportunity in a media breakthrough direction. I was basically pointing out that he has a lot more integrity. It doesn't matter how many viewers you have, you can have integrity at any level, such as not directing your entire audience who have a bias into your opinion onto somebody else's channel so that they can just pick it apart. But hey, that's fine. That's fine. That's why we're here today. Moneybag73 could hardly be compared to Philip DeFranco based on side-by-side trajectories of the YouTube careers, and just because you prefer Phil's use of the info doesn't reduce Moneybag73 to clickbaiting dolt. I hear what you're saying, but how I'd respond to this is that Moneybag73 and Philip DeFranco, they both had the same access to information about what the phenomenon was with the Yanni versus Laurel thing. They both had the same ability to digest that information and decide whether or not that was valid, and they both made a choice, one of them accepting the information and presenting that in a well-spoken way on his channel, not like how I'm doing right now. The other one chose to disregard all of that information from professionals, from experts, and decided that this fitted the criteria and agenda for his videos and decided to make a video that he would then profit from. It is slanderous to openly accuse him of solely seeking revenue, and your own presentation contains the exact suspicious practice you accuse him of. Well, no it doesn't, because my videos are not monetized. I've said this a few times already, but just so you know, I don't monetize my videos. I'm just doing this because I think it's important to talk about people who basically are wasting the potential on YouTube. Moneybags could be doing some really good shit on YouTube. He used to do some really awesome shit on YouTube. I didn't really watch him until recently, but I can understand that from the past he used to make videos that were talking about important stuff like how to wisely invest your money. He doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't talk about the banking cartels and all of that interesting, informative shit that he could be talking about. He's wasting his time talking about the Mandela effect, in my opinion.
I hate to tell you, but I hear Yanni, which proves you didn't do your homework. Why the fuck should I listen to you and your shit further? Sandy says, what is the sense of your videos bashing other YouTubers? If you don't understand the Mandela effect, you should not get into it. Moneybags has many affects that I agree on, so chill. Basically saying, you're not allowed to criticize something that I like and that I agree with, so piss off. Well, Sandy, no, I'm not going to piss off. You piss off. Cobb Keo says, why you felt the need to make this video is ego. Conquer the ego to advance the weak. I'd counter that and say that the reason you found it necessary to comment and say something so pretentious is because you've got an ego problem yourself, my friend. Bizwoofer says, wow, everyone a critic, huh? Or maybe just a stupid foreign fucking douchebag like you. Hey pal, speaking your shitty gay fucking opinion, go fuck yourself, chap. Wow, that is xenophobic.
At least he's not balding. At least the only insult that you could come up with was something that I don't deny or try to hide. You know we can see you, right? Have you ever considered a shower or maybe just a clean shirt? Well, for one thing, the shirt I was wearing there was activewear, which, as everyone knows, is probably one of the most least soiled shirts that you can get. Chris Wallace says, you're an idiot. And he spelt you're wrong. There are also some pretty negative comments on Moneybags' original video, so I'll just quickly jump through those as well. Who is douchebag? Who is douchebag? I don't know. Who is douchebag? I've never even heard of him before. Nick should change his name to Dick. So original. I've never heard that joke before. But it is true. My username on YouTube is pretty unoriginal. Maybe I should change this up. I think I should. Yeah, I will change it. Perfect. Lol, look how many thumbs down he got. I'm sorry that guy is an ass. I'll be glad when this lame stuff dies out. Y'all are the Tide Pod kids all grown up. Well, the Tide Pod kids didn't grow up, they all fucking died. Why do people take the time to smash on someone's ideas? I don't know, maybe he feels threatened? I always feel threatened when people use capitals. What's going on? What's happening here? Now that is an ultra petty man right there, bringing in road laws, nothing to do with the content, to discredit you. Now, this is the thing I don't get. A lot of people don't seem to like the fact that I brought in the road laws as a joke to have a third point, because you got to have 3 points when you're trying to discredit someone. But that's probably the most important one. It's probably the one that matters the most, because the amount of people who get run over because somebody's fucking playing Pokemon Go on their phone while driving, that's just fucking sloppy, you know? That's just dumb. Don't be dumb. Galena Raven says, what a silly man. All full of ego, that guy. You have couth, humility, and are so chill that you just brush him off. But he doesn't brush me off. And he's not so chill, because if he was chill, he wouldn't have made this video. And if he was brushing me off, he wouldn't have jumped back into my video a week later to check all the comments that you fine people have left. Got to love those English tools with their Queen accent. I'm not English. I'm not from England. I can't figure out why he hates your opinion so much. At least you don't hide behind bullshit science, because science is fucking bullshit. This guy is trying to poke holes in any dissenting opinion regarding the nature of reality. Just another know-it-all who has it all figured out already. What a douche. I never ever claimed to say that I do know it all, but I do know how to spell know it all. Destiny O'Neill, which sounds like a stripper name, says, I swear some of these people need to get a life of their own. Can't believe he wasted that much time trying to discredit somebody else. I can't believe it was that easy. Stopped watching his video when he says you can only hear Laurel in your clip. I heard Yanni in your videos. And then Michael Badger says, not all recordings are interdimensional. BMW Peach says, he's a non-playable character, he can't help it. And then a series of annoying white girl emojis. About the non-playable character comment, I used to be an adventurer, but then I took an arrow to the knee. Look, the takeaway I get from the comments that I'm reading on both my videos and Moneybags' videos is that Moneybags is the white knight. He's the hero of the Mandela effect. He's pretty much untouchable, you know, he's a really nice guy, really genuine character. He wouldn't do anything uncouth like what I've been doing, going around talking shit about people. He doesn't do that. But then when I scroll through my comments, I see this sort of thing, replying to all the people that had come over from his videos to comment on mine. He kind of looks like he was just sitting back having a glass of wine and having a laugh at the kinds of things that people have been saying. This comes under a comment from a YouTuber named Hidden Knowledge. Moneybags comes in a week after he leaves this comment and says, Hidden Knowledge, fancy meeting you here. I wanted to make sure this video receives the proper rating, and by the looks of things, it is settled in just around the right spot. Well, isn't that fucking just beautiful? Now, Moneybags knows full well what would happen when he posted this video. He knew that his audience would flood in and leave negative comments and leave thumbs down, which is exactly what he wanted, because he wants to discredit the video that I made about him. And fair enough, because I basically called him out and made him out to look like a bit of a douchebag. The amount of offense that he's going to take to that is probably a little bit showing of how truthful it may have been, in my opinion. But, you know, this isn't the first time he's done that. He's actually made a video about another YouTuber where he points out that it's never his intention to do this. Let's just take a listen to this clip.
As many of you know, from time to time I like to point out other channels and videos they've made on the Mandela effect. Sometimes it's not always the greatest idea. I've been accused of sending people over to hate on these other channels and to bully them.
So it's very showing of his personality if he's jumping around in my comments a week after the fact to fish through and see what kind of things people are saying, and leaving comments saying where he wanted to make sure that my video receives the proper rating, and by the looks of things, it's settled in just around the right spot. Now, Moneybags, if you're watching this, I don't give a shit about thumbs up or thumbs down. What I give a shit about is your attitude. And it's quite clear that anyone who ever voices any dissent against you, that you're just going to go out and use your army of drones to fucking downvote. Jumping back to the facts I used before, I normally get about 200 views. I normally get about 5 thumbs up and 4 thumbs down on average. For this video, I've got 1,200 views. So that's 1,000 people more than what I'd normally get. I normally get 4 thumbs up, and I normally get 4 or 5 thumbs down, depending on what the video is about. This time I've got 17 thumbs up, which is triple the amount I normally get, and I've got 200 thumbs down. If we take into account that there's 1,000 extra viewers from your channel, only a quarter of them have disliked what I've had to say about you. There's a high portion who have watched this video. If you're going to lay all credence to the thumbs up and thumbs down, because I know those are really important to you, there's been 3/4 of the viewers that have come over from your channel who have taken something else away from this. If that's the thing that worries you the most, then you should probably just think about that for a while. The main takeaway I have from this, and the thing that I think is probably the biggest impact, is a lot of people took that I have a lot of egotistic problems. I'm a bit of a narcissist. I do come across as a bit of a cunt. I get that. So here's my promise to you. For my next Mandela video that I make, which is coming in a couple of weeks, I'm going to do that with none of this stupid cunty character. You know, I'm just going to do it like a news broadcaster, like a real journalist, just piece to camera. I'll keep my cool, I'll keep my shit, and I'll just present exactly what we're talking about. Alright, that's all from me for today. Thank you very much for stopping by. Feel free to leave your comments down below. And if you like this video, if you're new here, if you like what I do, jump in and subscribe. That'd be awesome. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's completely optional. And I guess that's it. That's the video done.
I remember all those yesterdays, understanding your every way, and I know the world never stops. It keeps going